Luke, we are
Yes.
now both wearing headphones from a company that just sold their headphone division.
Yeah. Okay. Wait. What?
Right? They
I just,
sold their entire consumer audio division, which makes headphones, soundbars, and DACs, to a Swiss based medical hearing company called Sonova Holding AG, which specializes in hearing aids and cochlear implants. For those of you who aren't familiar, cochlear implants are a type of implant that replace some of the functional components of your inner ear. So you can actually, it's a lot more complicated than this, but basically, if you have suffered hearing loss, you can get one of these implants, and assuming all the conditions, all the stars align, you can restore some amount of hearing. Um, my understanding is, at least this is how it used to work, that if you have residual natural hearing, you actually kind of have to scoop all that out, so you're left with only the artificial hearing. So it's like, it's a whole thing. I'm not promoting or not promoting it one way or the other. I'm just saying that's what they are. And Sonova Holding AG now owns the Sennheiser headphone business. The thing that's really mind blowing to me is Sennheiser talks about how, or talked about a while back, how they, don't make money on headphones. And I'm kind of sitting here going,
what do
okay,
you
I
mean?
get it. Because we saw their R&D facility. You were there with me when we did the German tour, right? We
Yeah.
yeah, because we went to Cherry as well.
Yeah.
The only way that Sennheiser could not be making money on headphones based on the actual like materials cost of a pair of headphones and how much they charge for them and the kind of volume that Sennheiser moves is if there's just a lot of like a lot of cost associated with bringing to market products that don't move the kind of volume. Like Sennheiser has a very broad product mix. And guys, like we've been going through a process launching a product for LTT Store, which hasn't launched yet, but it will, where we've had to do actual custom tooling and like injection molding parts for the final assembly of this product. And let me tell you, when you buy a pair of headphones on like Amazon or eBay or something for like $22, it is it is absolutely mind-boggling that can be done. The kind of volume of that product that you have to move in order to make up for the upfront costs of setting up the machines to injection mold these plastic parts and that kind of thing. It's crazy. Like you can easily spend like six figures on just even like a small device that has, five or six different components that are actually well in excess of that easily. So I can see how maybe there would have been management issues or bloat that might have made it hard for them to make a profit with their headphone division. But it just seems like the kind of thing that could have been fixed. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Especially because like when we went on that tour, the amount of pedigree that company has is ridiculous. And like the story is so deep and crazy. Just to sell it off seems weird. I don't
Yeah,
know.
apparently they also sold the rights to continue using the Sennheiser brand on these products, which is really baffling to me because it seems like Sennheiser is holding on to its professional audio division. So you could potentially have this reputation that Sennheiser has for building great audio products compromised by a
That's
company that,
so weird.
yeah, I'm just honestly, I'm just kind of blown away. Like it just seems like the kind of problem that was solvable, you know? And
And
it's
what
always,
constitutes consumer headphones? Like at what level does that begin and end? Is this just their entire headphones division and their pro audit? Because like I'm on their website, but there's it doesn't actually seem to divide very nicely.
I would imagine basically anything headphones that Sennheiser makes would be considered consumer. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But
But you're including like HD 800 and above.
Absolutely, that would still be consumer, high-end consumer, but it's still consumer. And like what it wouldn't include is something like a shotgun microphone, like
Yes.
professional
Yeah.
audio equipment.
Yeah.
So I'm just blown away. It seems like it should have been fixable. Like you said, Sennheiser's expertise, Sennheiser's brand story should have made them an unstoppable behemoth in this space, but they just couldn't get it down. I mean, it's no secret that I love the products. I mean, I can literally use any headphones in the world I want, but nothing just does it for me like these do. Maybe part of the problem is these are HD 600s. These are a product from like the late 80s.
That's what I was going to say is I think they had a really hard time modernizing.
Sorry, 90s, 97. I think it was what was it? What came before the 600s? It doesn't matter. The point is, this is a 25-year-old product. And they haven't built anything that to me is so much better that I need to upgrade to it. And so maybe that's part of the problem. Maybe they just built it too good.
Yeah. And like I've had these since like basically right out of high school.
Yeah, you've had them the entire time I've known you, and I think all you've done is replace the
ear
pads. Yeah,
like quite a few times at this point. Like to the point now where I have to buy them from like third parties because Sennheiser doesn't sell the ear pad replacements anymore.
Well, Sennheiser's never going to sell your ear pad replacements anymore, Luke. You're done, bud.
Yeah. Oh, this is really disappointing. I don't know. It's just that's it. I think they had a hard time modernizing. I know, at least when I was back doing reviews and when I think you guys did more audio reviews, because I don't think it's a huge thing for you guys anymore. But
Yeah.
A lot of their modernization efforts, they were weird.
They were still very traditional.
Yeah.
Very, very traditional. Like kind of not afraid to pursue trends, but kind of felt like there was an attitude of being too good to do it. Like it was kind of beneath them. Like, no, we take this stuff actually seriously. Like, what do you mean shiny plastic beats? Ew. And to be clear, it's not like I disagreed with them, but at the end of the day, you know, I mean, we talked about this a couple of weeks ago. Like, why do I put up with Amazon's crappy policies? Why do we sell our products on Amazon? Because at the end of the day, you know, you got mouths to feed. So you're either going to lay off, what would they lay off? Like 600 people or something from their headphone division. So you're either going to lay off a bunch of people or you're going to just do what you got to do. It's not like we're talking about a morally reprehensible thing you're doing. It's just, you know, trying to crawl out of your own butt and address the current market condition, right? But if they just like don't want to, then I guess like that's chill, right?
The thing that's really sad about this is we are losing another company where, like you just talked about, like that's a 25-year-old product, and I just mentioned that these headphones are ancient to me. Like you can see on Wancho, you can see spots where like they've been dinged up and stuff.
Gamer rage.
Yeah, they're still fine. I've sat on these. Other people have sat on these. I remember getting really, really pissed off at one of my friends who went over to my house and they were playing games on my computer. And when they left, they put my headphones on their chair. And then when they came back, they sat on them. They were these. They're still fine. I've walked away from the computer and they've like hooked on my chair and they've whipped across the room. They're still fine. They've moved tons of times. I brought them with me on trips. They're still fine. Like they've survived everything. And that's not very common anymore with products. It's just not. Like planned obsolescence is absolutely a thing. And Sennheiser didn't do it. And now they're gone. And that should make people sad. Like genuine, that should make people sad.